Hello and hello everyone, welcome to class 12 biology. In our previous videos we have seen microbes which are useful to human beings in many different ways. Right? We have seen microbes in household products, microbes useful in industrial products. We have seen microbes which are useful in sewage treatment as well as production of biogas. In this video we will be discussing about microbes as biocontrol agents and microbes as biofertilizers. Right? So these two are the final two portions of our chapter number 10, microbes in human welfare. So we are going to finish our chapter with this video. So the first one is microbes as biocontrol agents. So what do we mean by biocontrol? Biocontrol means use of biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. So let us take an example of a pest problem. So look over here in this particular picture. Let's say there is a particular butterfly species which lays eggs on your crop plant, right? And the egg hatches into these small larvae, and these larvae, they start eating the foliage of your precious crop. This will do quite a significant damage to the yield, right? And therefore this is called as a pest problem. Now in order to tackle this particular problem, the conventional method adopted by farmers is use of chemical insecticides. Now, the use of chemical insecticides effectively kills off these insect pests. But along with that, it also causes some additional problems. So those additional problems are use of chemical insecticides, it will result in soil pollution. Right? So it also causes indiscriminate killing of non-target species. Since these chemical insecticides, they are not species specific, they will kill all the insects. So therefore, it will kill not only the pest species but also non-target species as well, those insect species which are not harmful to your crop. So it leads to indiscriminate killing of non-target species. And then the third problem is these chemical insecticides, they are quite toxic to human health as well. So you can clearly see over here that a solution to a particular problem is resulting in additional problems, right? So this is not a good solution. So in order to tackle this particular pest problem, now we have to resort to another solution, and that another solution is use of biocontrol agents. And in biocontrol agents, what we do is instead of using chemical insecticides, we use biocontrol agents. Biocontrol means use of biological methods such as predation, natural predation. Okay, if we find a particular natural predator of this particular caterpillar, then that natural predator will take care of the population of pest and your pest problem is resolved. And in that particular method, the use of chemical insecticide is not involved. So let's try to see some examples of biocontrol agents first. Some common examples of biocontrol agents are dragonflies and ladybirds. Ladybirds and dragonflies, they are predatory insects. Right? They feed upon other insects. For example, ladybirds, they feed upon another insect called aphids. And aphids, they are well-known plant pests. They cause significant damage to different plants. If you have aphid infestation problem in your garden or in your agricultural field, you can introduce ladybirds. Ladybirds are natural predators of aphids. They feed upon aphids and control the aphid population, thereby solving your aphid infestation problem. Dragonflies, both adult as well as larvae, they are voracious predators as well. Right? Larvae of dragonfly, they feed upon mosquito larvae inside the water, thereby controlling the mosquito population. If you remember when we discussed about malaria, I said we can control the spread of malaria by controlling mosquito population, and the solution was use of Gambusia fish. So Gambusia fish is also a biocontrol agent. So Gambusia fish, they feed upon mosquito larvae and it controls the mosquito population. And it also prevents the spread of malaria. Right? So you can give these examples, Gambusia fish, ladybirds, dragonflies as example for biocontrol agents. So what are the advantages of biocontrol agents over chemical measures? Use of biocontrol agents would mean less use of chemical insecticides, and that would mean less toxic to humans and animals and less environmental pollution. Not just that, these biocontrol agents, they target specific insects, right? Specific pest insects. So use of biocontrol agent would also mean avoiding indiscriminate killing of other insects. Right? Some of the insects may be quite beneficial to agriculture as well. maybe like pollinators. Right? If you use chemical insecticides, you can kill those beneficial insects as well. So these are the advantages of biocontrol agents over chemical measures. Now, based upon these advantages, organic farmers, they prefer the use of biocontrol agents over chemical measures. Because in organic farming, there is a key belief which states biodiversity furthers health. Organic farming involves appreciating and preserving the balance in ecosystem and intricacies of food web. And therefore, they want to avoid indiscriminate killing of all life forms. Right. And organic farming therefore involves the study of life forms found in the field. For example, if you want to understand how to get rid of aphid problem, then you should understand there is another life form like ladybirds which can take care of this aphid problem. Right. So it involves the study of life forms found in the field. So that is about biocontrol agents. Now, ladybirds, dragonflies, and gambusia fish, they are not microorganisms. Now, what about microorganisms which act as biocontrol agents? So let us now look at some examples of microorganisms which can be used as biocontrol agents. First one is Bacillus thuringiensis, or BT in short. This particular bacteria can infect and kill caterpillars of certain butterfly which are well-known plant pests. What farmers they can do is they can obtain dried spores of these bacteria, mix it with water and spray it over their plants. So when the caterpillar eats such plants, they are killed by bacterial toxins released inside the gut. And the toxin is known as BT toxin. This is quite important, right? Bacillus thuringiensis, BT, it produces a particular toxin called BT toxin. They are in crystal form. So when the insect consumes this particular bacteria, BT toxin is released inside their gut. The alkaline nature of the gut environment activates this particular BT toxin and kills the insect. Other insects will remain unharmed because Bacillus thuringiensis, they are very specific in killing caterpillars of only those butterflies which are known to be plant pests. Now these days, by using genetic engineering methods, scientists they can create plants which can produce BT toxin on their own. We will study more about genetic engineering methods in our later unit called biotechnology. Right? Here the basic idea is we take the gene responsible for producing BT toxin inside the bacteria and introduce it into the plant genome, thereby making the plant capable of producing BT toxin on their own. So such plants, they don't require to be sprayed with dried bacterial spores to protect themselves. They can protect themselves by producing BT toxin on their own. So one such example is BT cotton, right? So this cotton, they have got gene responsible for producing BT toxin inside their own genome, and therefore this is called as a GMO. GMO stands for genetically modified organism, because human beings, they have modified this particular cotton genetically, right? So this is a genetically modified organism. And the second one is Trichoderma. It is a symbiotic fungus commonly found inside the soil, right? So the symbiotic association of Trichoderma with plant roots gives the plant a certain kind of resistance towards plant pathogens, which can cause root diseases, right? So therefore, Trichoderma is used for treatment of plant diseases. And then we have baculoviruses, such as nucleopolyhedroviruses, which are used for killing specific insects, such as moths and butterflies. Just like Bacillus thuringiensis, nucleopolyhedroviruses can also specifically kill moths and butterflies, which are harmful to crops. Now, use of nucleopolyhedroviruses, because of its specificity, it is good for integrated pest management program. Right. In integrated pest management program, what we have to do is we have to kill the specific pest and conserve the other beneficial insects. Right. That is called as integrated pest management program. So in microbes as biocontrol agents, we have three examples. First one is Bacillus thuringiensis, which is very important. And then we have two others, Trichoderma, which is a fungus. And then we have nucleopolyhedroviruses, which is a baculovirus. Okay, so you can give examples of these three microorganisms which can be used as biocontrol agents. Let us now discuss about microbes as biofertilizers. Use of chemical fertilizers, just like chemical insecticides and chemical pesticides, leads to environmental pollution. In order to prevent that, we have to use biofertilizers. Biofertilizers, they are nothing but organisms that enrich the nutrients quality of the soil. One such example is nitrogen fixing bacteria. So those plants which are growing in soil which contains less amount of nitrogen, they have to obtain nitrogen from the atmosphere, but the atmospheric nitrogen is not useful for the plant. The atmospheric nitrogen needs to be fixed into the soil in its usable form. That is done by nitrogen fixing bacteria. And nitrogen fixing bacteria such as rhizobium, they exist symbiotically with the roots of leguminous plants, and it helps the plants in fixing atmospheric nitrogen, and in turn it gets photosynthetic products. For example, if you look in this particular picture, you can see that there is formation of these small nodules. These nodules are formed due to symbiotic association of the plant along with the bacteria. And this bacteria, they help the plant in fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Plant gets the nitrogen, and in turn the plant provides photosynthetic products to the bacteria. So this is like a symbiotic association. Apart from rhizobium bacteria, we also have azospirillum bacteria. We also have azobacter. So these are nitrogen fixing bacteria. If you look in this particular diagram, it has shown clearly that for the plant, bacteria fixes the atmospheric nitrogen, and for the bacteria, plant provides photosynthetic products. And then we have symbiotic association of plants and fungus to form a structure called mycorrhiza. Just like symbiotic association between leguminous plants and nitrogen fixing bacteria like rhizobium, here also there is symbiotic association of plants with fungus to form structure called mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza helps the plant in absorbing phosphorus. The fungus present inside the mycorrhiza helps the plant in absorbing phosphorus from the soil, and that results in better growth of plant and makes the plant resistant to diseases and tolerant to environmental extremes. In turn, the fungus gets water and photosynthetic products in return. Since fungus, they are heterotrophic, they need to get photosynthetic products from the plant. So here in this particular diagram, you can see this particular mushroom. Mushroom is a fungus, right? That is just the fruiting body. On the top of the soil, this is just a fruiting body. But underneath the soil, you can see the main body of the mushroom or the fungus. This is called as the hyphae, underground hyphae. Now the underground hyphae of the fungus, it forms symbiotic association with the plant roots, forms mycorrhiza, and the mycorrhiza helps the plant in absorbing phosphorus from the soil. It helps the plant grow better, and it also makes the plant resistant to diseases and tolerant to environmental extremes. In turn, the plant provides photosynthetic products and water to the fungus. So that is about the fungus as a biofertilizer. And then we have cyanobacteria as biofertilizer. Cyanobacteria like Anabaena, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, they can also fix atmospheric nitrogen, just like a nitrogen fixing bacteria. Cyanobacteria like these Anabaena over here, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, these filamentous cyanobacteria can also fix atmospheric nitrogen. Now these filamentous cyanobacteria, they can grow independently inside moist soil, and they can grow really fast, right? And therefore they add a lot of organic matter into the soil and makes the soil fertile. It increases the fertility of the soil, and inside the on the fertile soil, plants can grow better, right? So we also have cyanobacteria which can act as good biofertilizers. So under biofertilizers, you can give examples of nitrogen fixing bacteria, you can give examples of fungus, and then you can give examples of cyanobacteria. So these are biofertilizers. And with that, we have come to the end of the particular chapter, that is microbes in human welfare. In the next video, we will discuss, or we will start the new unit that is on biotechnology, that is unit number 9. And we will start chapter number 11 of unit 9, that is biotechnology, its principles and processes. So you should read the first two sections, 11.1 and 11.2 of the next chapter, and you can watch the next video. Thank you.